wild shit to uncover.
Last session, the party found themselves in the city of Kalos, enjoying some time before the games. You all decided to return back to the manor of Kolthar Stronghold on the continent of Dekabal. There, you did some minor things. Sold some things, went to town to buy, and generally just enjoy your homes, as you don't often find yourselves resting within the manor itself. Upon returning to the city of Kalos, you brought with you your very own chariot for the races to come. Upon searching for a place to house it, you were offered a sponsorship, which you all gladly partook. And from there, you went straight towards the festival to enjoy the very first day of its opening. There, you saw many things. You saw Vitalius of Greylin, a paladin of Greylin, freed some time ago from his stone petrification back into a vibrant, well-spoken paladin who is dedicating his time to spreading the word of Greylin, getting his name out there once again, and getting people interested in protecting the border of this world. You all decided to split up, a few of you heading in different directions. Senti went and saw a fantastical show in this large circus tent, seeing all varieties of different strange animals from all across the kingdom, including some large reptilian creatures from far off jungled islands. A singular dinosaur was brought to the view of Senti, which was a very interesting sight, and something that seemed very entertaining to the masses as well. For Seer, they went and saw many different plays in the city of Kalos for the first day. The first one being The Yellow Sign, a memorial play about a strange story that seemed esoteric in nature, and a strange yellow sign that was flashed during most of the production seemed to confuse a lot of individuals in the crowd. And whereas the air had been excited at the beginning of the play, was very different by the end of it. Hard to place. After that, Seer then went and saw another play on the fall of the Sky Cities and the history about that. Learning some interesting details, upon leaving, they were actually encountered by the Cloud Crown twins, who Seer had bartered a specific item off of their collection in return for two very interesting items of her own. They spoke in strange words, asking about a Lake of Harley, and seemingly happy that Seer donated as much as she did to the previous play. But not fully satisfied by the answers they were given, they bid adieu and began to, in sync, walk away with an escorted guard. The rest of the group went to the arena itself and saw many entertaining Colosseum fights. The very draw of the crowd of millions of individuals who had gathered throughout the arena drew many of you in, pulling you into the theatrics and the showmanship of the games. I believe it was only Faradir who saw to look into her opponents and noticed a few individuals. Some sort of, looked to be Rune Knight, with large wrapping chains, and a plate mail-clad casting hoplite cleric of some sort that seemed to have lightning arcing off of their armor at certain points within the battle. As the first day's festivities ended, and you all exited the arena for the first day's events, you all find your ways back to a small tavern, the very edges of the city, where you had first stayed within the city a fairly long time ago. So, as you all find your ways back into the tavern, we pick up tonight's session.
So it's still same day.
Yes, the event has ended. You're all eventually ushered out of the arenas, and we're all able to meet back up, most likely at the tavern itself.
Okay. Okay.
You find yourselves entering into the main foyer of the tavern, and immediately note the air still within the city is one of entertainment, and especially after the first day's events, there are many drinks being sloshed around as dozens and dozens of individuals are finding joy in letting their guards down and just enjoying the general vibe. Um, so, I believe you all are at the Rapid Ant Inn.
Yes.
Okay. The night is yours. If there's anything you would wish to do over the course of the night, or anything you wish to talk about, as you now all finally gather back.
I would like to talk to everyone about what I experienced.
Go for it.
Are we?
Yeah, you all are able to
talk
find each
to
other.
me? Well, I guess who wants to hear what I have to say?
Just go ahead, speak. We have no reason not to hear you out.
First, y'all are just all like, no.
Not
So
today.
this is the happy time.
Not today, sir.
Hey, has anyone heard of the Lake of Harley?
Does that ring a bell of any sort?
Make a history check.
Ooh. Come on, Indiana Gilgamesh.
And also, what books have you read? I know you have a list of them.
Yeah, they're at the very bottom.
Very, very bad.
Would Fairdeer be able to make a history check on that, or is that something she wouldn't even remotely know?
I don't think.
Magisters, Mayfield, Cooking Wild, Lord Great Studies of the Arcane.
Yeah, I think Gamesh is probably the only one who would make a history check on this. I don't think Faraday would have any knowledge of this, unless Faraday is very well read.
No, not really.
Okay, Gamesh, come on. 12, not bad.
12?
Average.
It's been a while since you read your books. The name, it's nothing that you've seen on like any of your maps. You have a lot of these maps physically on your person. You kind of pull them open, trying to find a lake named that, but you can't find any. It eludes your grasp at the current moment.
But I feel as though I've read it before.
Like faintly, like it's somehow distantly familiar.
I feel like I've heard the name. I'm not sure where I got it from though.
Okay. Because, the Cloud Crown twins were asking me about it.
Alright.
Yeah, if you ask me, there's something up with them and Osiris.
Why is this? This is a very recurring thing for us. Something's up.
Rich
What do you?
people like doing weird things.
No, exactly. Is this just weird or dangerous?
I don't know. Knowing our luck, probably dangerous. There was this weird symbol during Osiris's play, and it seemed to confuse a lot of people.
I don't remember what it looked like.
Yeah, I can draw it for you. I don't know if I should, but I can.
I mean, you're the arcane practitioner, really. So I think you would know best.
What it is. I don't know what it does.
Do you want to make an
For all-
Arcana check?
Yes, I would love to.
Make an Arcana check.
And I get advantage on these. $19.
19 is enough to know that while it doesn't innately feel dangerous, there is something about the symbol itself that feels like it's pulling on some far off thing, that it's just like this deep down fear that you don't want to see this, that it's unveiling something that should not be seen. It's not like pure arcane magic, but there's something about it that's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think I should draw this, guys. I was thinking about it. I don't know exactly what it does, but it doesn't. It feels bad.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know when you learn something you're really, really not supposed to know?
Yeah.
That. And
Okay.
bad.
All right.
So, that's fun.
All right. Well, I guess we'll keep an eye out for them.
I think I should go to the library.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Let me see if I still have these books. I think I've read it somewhere.
They're gone.
They might be.
The bag man took them.
Oh, that's what the bag man took. My books.
Bagman doesn't exist.
Nah, you can't do that now. You can't do that now. You can't do that now.
What? He doesn't exist.
I refuse.
It's me now. It's the belief that makes him real.
Yeah. Listen, even if it is a proven fact that he does not exist, I feel like he is folkloric enough now for us that we believe it,
Exactly.
regardless.
I mean, Beller can always speak into the bag again. I'm sure nothing will happen.
You know, yeah, I'm sure
Nothing happened the first time, you know?
That's a lie.
What? Nothing happened. You lost a
There
single
were
vote.
eyes.
Nah, it was the trick of the moonlight.
What? Wait.
The
Glenn
moonlight.
was gaslighting us.
Honestly.
He's a DM. He's a master manipulator.
I can't believe our own DM would gaslight us.
Betraying our trust.
I'm gonna put that on my resume now. Master Gaslighter.
Master Chaos Sniper.
Also,
Oh,
how can you say the Bagman doesn't exist when your role is literally Bagman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
oh goodness. Okay, all right. We
Also, I did notice how Sears is emotional damage.
Yeah, that's been there for a while.
I know. I just haven't mentioned it.
I change it every so often.
wait. Her what? Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Your roommates.
I think I changed that right after the dream.
Roommates.
Yeah, probably. That feels right. It's accurate.
Yeah. Emotional damage. Okay, so
Sears' character arc so far has just been emotional damage.
with no
Hurt, no comfort.
no nothing, just like she's made like a couple of friends, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like, oh, this one person who didn't really know me is chill with my existence, and my brother hates me for life.
we don't know that yet. But
It's
okay.
fine. Eventually I'll die, and he can feel guilty about it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So Seer told us about the creeps,
Yes, and that I want to go to the library.
and you want to go to the library. I'm guessing you're gonna do that tomorrow, then.
Yeah, not tonight.
Okay. All right.
That'd be too much.
Anyone else got anything they'd like to share? Show and tell day, guys.
I think for this battle there are two people that I saw today who will be worthy opponents.
Oh, which ones?
There is a person with a spear and shield, and a tall Firbolg who does what I do, but with chains
It was a
instead of swords.
it was a bugbear.
You said Firbolg in your description.
Iridir doesn't know the difference between a fearbolg and a
I
bugbear.
definitely
wrote it as he spoke, and you said Firbolg.
I definitely meant bugbear. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Listen, they're both hairy. That's all.
Yeah, both hairy.
Now I look like a fool.
I'm sorry. You're not cool.
All right. Oh, I do remember that guy. I was just kind of drinking and getting into the moment. Wasn't really paying attention to what they were doing. But good to know. Okay. What about you, Senti? You went up by yourself.
And he's like, I saw a fucking dinosaur.
I saw a dinosaur. Would I know what a dinosaur is?
Yeah, what do we know?
Make history
I-
checks.
I feel like I have to ask this question in every campaign.
I have advantage on history checks.
Because some people know what dinosaurs are, some don't.
16.
16? Yes, sir. You've heard of like legendary tales of large monolithic lizard creatures that you know, died off mostly throughout the world some time ago. You know,
Where the fuck did you see a dinosaur at?
Hmm?
They're supposed to be dead, aren't they?
You can't just say you saw a dinosaur and then say nothing else.
Like, here at the festival.
Right? Like, this is something that happened recently.
As in today.
ways.
Okay, that's I thought they were dead.
Apparently not. To be fair, the Mad King was supposed to be dead too.
Yeah, but that was obvious magic.
Some people think all giants are dead, but they are not.
Fair point. Well, that's really interesting. So creeps, ancient creatures, and who to look out for at a fight. Good information gathering today.
I thought we were supposed to be relaxing.
Oh, I'm just that was kind of not a really good joke actually, but
Oh, sorry.
all right. Well, yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, aside from the unsettling play, a pretty simple festival.
There was a dinosaur. How was it simple?
I mean, simple in the sense of entertainment. But, yeah. I didn't. Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I've only ever heard stories.
I wonder if they'll be showing another one.
Because I kind of want to see it now.
Oh, but I have to go to the library.
I would say actually like Seer and Gamesh, you probably have seen a few fossils.
Yeah, but
And
not a
there's
live
fossils.
one.
And
Yeah,
they're
it-
fossils.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Man, we gotta see. Oh,
Like-
library or dinosaur.
Like in like some like noble like wizard study room somewhere in Pale Lake, there was definitely like a Velociraptor fossil or like a T-Rex skull, or like in some chieftain's tent at home for like in Bastion. Definitely they would have used like a T-Rex skull as like decoration.
Right.
This is wild.
Graham has Jurassic Park in his world.
Pale Light, what have you done?
Listen, far off jungle islands, they're perfect places.
I mean, you can. I mean, and technically, you can. No, you can't turn into a. It depends on what level it is. You can cast polymorph on yourself.
I
Turn to a
think
dinosaur.
Cindy. Yeah, I think Cindy would have to polymorph into a dinosaur right now, but like, eventually she could.
No, because I think wild shape.
Unless
caps
it's only
off.
Circle of the Moon.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah, wild shape caps off at like what 1 or 2 CR, I think.
Fair.
I mean, there are certain dinosaurs that she still could turn. She can turn into a T-Rex though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know anything about druids.
Thinking, yeah, druids are broken to suck at high level. That's what I do know.
Yes.
Infinite temporary hit points, essentially.
Never die.
Never do a level 20 battle royale with a druid ever.
Or freaking cleric.
You're not wrong.
Druids are
Yeah.
insane at 20th level. They can just infinitely wild shape. It's
That-
nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Infinite temporary hit points, essentially.
Yeah, you never die.
Your only choice is to, in one round, knock them out
Yeah,
of their
you have
wild
to,
shape
in
with enough
one round,
leftover
deal-
damage.
You have to
Deal
somehow
a ton of
incapacitate them. In
Yeah, you have to
four.
you have to continuously pump out heavy. I honestly I would just cast plane shift on Cindy. I'm not dealing with her.
banishment.
Get out of here. I'm not dealing with you.
If you had a monk would probably be very useful.
Yeah, for stunning strike.
Yeah.
Banhammer. Get her out. But okay, well, for the rest of the night, Gamesh might just be drinking.
Okay.
Nothing, honestly, nothing crazy. He'll probably just drink an ale.
Sounds good.
Can I spend the night like sipping on a drink and just listening to people around me? People watching.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Okay. 9.
Yeah. So, Seer is not that used to sitting and people watching. So Seer doesn't notice that Seer gets fairly tipsy pretty quickly.
Nice.
And for drinks for both of you, just mark off like mark off like 2 copper pieces each. As you, both of you, begin to have a nice, relaxing night. Anyone else drinking or anyone else doing anything over the course of the night?
Yeah, probably Belg will probably also just drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just hang around, not drinking, but I'll just hang out with everybody.
Oh, man. Shoulder.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Times Seer's ever been tipsy.
Chad didn't put on enough sunscreen. He's a little dehydrated over the course of the day.
Aw. Poor Chatty Boo.
Don't give him alcohol.
Do not.
He will combust.
He like slightly flashes like a little strobe light for a moment.
Oh, no.
He would definitely become the rave.
I feel like this is like the second time we've joked about Chad being a rave.
Oh, it's definitely not the second. It's happened multiple times.
Okay. Glad I'm not imagining that.
That's just his identity. I'm now just imagining him like being covered in like that paint that glows in like the dark. So like every time he flashes, like it'll just like vibrate and like be all these cool colors on him.
His full name is Chad Rave.
Chad Rave.
Oh, that's such like a frat name.
Chad Rave, right? Chad's not in his college years yet. That's why he's not doing it.
We can't give him alcohol until his frat years, otherwise he'll be completely out of control.
Yeah.
Exactly. He might have a problem before he gets to college. You got to get it while you're at college.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's.
We're going to get him addicted responsibly.
Oh yeah. He needs to be able to make it through Rush.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm now just imagining like small little frats for fire beetles.
Fire beetles.
In Fire Beetle Society, they go to college.
Yeah, they do now.
Oh man, my next campaign I'm running is literally Fire Beetle College.
Fire Beetle College.
God, it's like, it has like the fucking sororities and fraternities, and it's all horrible.
Love that. So, as you all spend the rest of the night sipping on drinks, talking, you do have a general ear set around the tavern, listening in on the day's gossip and the news, as you really only showed up to the town today, after being gone for a few days. I would like one of you to roll me a perception check.
Not me.
Fair dear. Or Baylor, one of you two.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can do it.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a good roll for once.
Or is it to GM?
Yeah, I think she did the GM.
I don't see it.
Oh, no, it's my browser being stupid. I got a 22,
Oh.
but I can. It's because I'm on Roll20 on my iPad and it keeps like doing the "you're not connected, but we'll try to send it through."
Okay.
Uh,
It's all good.
I'll re-roll it so you guys can actually see it. Watch me get a fucking nat 1. I'm gonna cry.
No.
Alright, that's not too bad.
15 is enough. There is some intriguing conversation. A lot of the talk seems to revolve around the events of the day, but there's something that Faradir picks up on that intrigues you for a different reason. It appears just last night there was a break-in at the Cloud Crown Castle. Cloud Crown Castle, and it seems that part of the building was burned to the ground.
Cloud Crown Castle. Oh.
And part of it's burned down.
Yep. Supposedly, the study itself.
They're trying to make themselves look like targets.
Oh,
They did.
sorry. It's a Cloud Crown Keep, not Castle. I didn't do the alliteration.
You gotta have your alliteration in there.
It's close enough.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
you all spend the night enjoying yourselves and eventually all find your ways back to rooms. And eventually, you all fall asleep, dreaming of the day's events, the exciting things you saw, and replaying certain events in your minds. You all have a lovely sleep and awaken the next morning to a full day ahead of you. The tavern itself is packed, and you find it hard to actually find one table, and most likely you would have to spread for maybe about 3 different tables,
Okay.
as all large tables are currently filled.
And did Faradir tell us about the Cloud Crown Keep thing?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I'm gonna keep it all to myself.
You're like, I do not condone gossip.
I do not condone gossip.
I
Oh,
pretend I do not hear it.
also, the city is not fully completed, but I feel like it's good enough that if you want to see the city of Kalos, somewhat how it looks like. Not all the buildings are there, and there are certain other aspects that still need to be done. It's a little blurry, but if you open it up on your, page, you can kind of look in and see all the different sections of the city of Kalos.
Oh. Okay.
As I believe you know where most of the locations are at this point, like major named sections.
Yeah, for the most part, I think. Okay. Still good to get a visual representation.
Yeah. I personally didn't even make this.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I named the places and I helped with some of the designs, but one of my other players was very willing to, draw up a pretty decent representation of the city of Kalos.
I commend his enthusiasm. Or their enthusiasm. Okay, well, good to see. Like I said, good to have a good visual representation.
Yes. So, in all honesty, you all are somewhat between the you're in the Stein Quarter, just to the north of the gate on the bottom western side. Um, you all awaken in the morning. If you all wish to have a breakfast within the establishment, here I believe it is only a silver piece each.
I'll get one.
Mark off a silver piece.
As will
It's-
I.
It's not the best food. Definitely the other place you were at was higher quality. There's a lot of people here and they're trying to serve everyone. It's passable.
I'm sure I've had worse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's no out in the wilderness for 5 days meal.
I was also like homeless for 5 years, so who knows what I was eating during that time.
Just straight bugs.
I could have been
Hakuna Matata, baby.
anything to stay alive.
Anything to stay alive.
The
My
life
ideal
of a wizard.
self-preservation.
It's I need to buy books. I also need to eat food.
Save money by eating bugs.
Save money by eating books. After she's read them, you eat them.
Watch out, Chad.
He flashbangs himself.
Goodness.
I would not eat Chad. No. That'd be wrong. I've done
That's
some morally reprehensible shit, but that's taken it a step too far.
fine. Honestly.
I become luminescent.
Seer and Senti are like talking at one point, and Senti just happens to say the word rave, and all of a sudden Seer just starts lighting up rhythmically.
I start strobing.
Oh no.
Chad and I have merged.
Become one entity.
Oh, that'd be horrific.
Goodness. So, you all awaken, eat a decent meal. What is your plan for the day?
I want to see those dinosaurs. That is my plan.
I gotta go to the library. It's worth it.
Yeah, it will be. When you discover their plans for you.
Yeah, right. God, who knows? What if I piqued their interest by being able to trade?
That's all it took.
It could be. We don't know them.
Exactly.
We don't know how bored they are.
You never know with rich folk.
Really don't. Especially rich folk who have friends in the arts.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Sebastian was a rich guy with friends in the arts.
Yeah. And you know, those ones get really eccentric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
it's-
I'm gonna have Shinti show me where she saw these dinosaurs at. That's my plan for now.
Yeah, I'll go see the dinosaurs too.
Okay.
to pop it with y'all, even though I know it will do nothing. Because I'll be way more than 100 feet away from you.
Let's
Yes.
go see some dinosaurs. Nothing bad has ever happened from keeping live dinosaurs in an enclosed area.
Nothing at all.
I can't imagine anything bad that could happen.
It's all false propaganda.
Exactly.
All false propaganda.
Truly.
Puppet does not offer emotional support to anyone other than Seer, I'm sorry to say. Poppet is a horrible little man.
That's
Have
funny.
you met a blue jay?
Oh no, I have not. I can't.
They're
say that-
horrific. Okay, so blue jays are crows, but more of an asshole.
Oh, that's that's interesting.
Yeah, they're corvids. So they're very smart, and they're also very selfish. And they will fake their alarm call, like when they see a hawk, because that's like the status they have. Like if they see a hawk, they pipe up an alarm call, and that sends a word to every other creature in the area to find some fucking cover. Sometimes they'll just make that call so they can steal all the food.
And wow.
They're assholes, and I love them, and that's why Poppet's a blue jay. I felt it fit with Seer very much.
Well, that's a good. Oh damn it.
What?
Oh, that's funny. Without
Was I not
saying-
supposed to put thought into the familiar?
No, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. It's just I never had your train of thought, so.
Do y'all not remember when Poppet screamed at that guy to keep him from getting a night's sleep? Just because he stabbed me?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes, I do.
What torture.
I put sand in his pants and made him smell awful and hear my laughter mocking him and wouldn't let him sleep.
What? I remember that event, but what? Who was that guy working for?
Rush
That
Cabal,
wa-
I think.
Rush Cabal?
Was it Brush Cabal? I thought that was the vampire guy.
It might have been the vampire guy.
Because he was in the cage, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was definitely the vampire guy then. Sorry, it's hard to remember.
100%.
Yeah,
Was
He
that
it?
was-
stabbed me and I didn't forgive him.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that his
yeah.
ally or?
That was his was that the
His lieutenant, right?
yeah, the little right hand man, wasn't it?
The captain of the guard.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was him.
I think yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because the vampire he got away and then
Yeah, he was left by himself.
yeah got to
Yeah.
Ganesh. Trying to
He's lucky I didn't kill him.
what's his name?
His name. Let me see if I know I have that written down somewhere.
Yeah, Tarv Kun.
Yeah, Tar. Yeah.
Poor Tar.
Yeah, nah, kind of fuck Tarf.
Listen, he got what he deserved.
Exactly.
It's his fault for stabbing the most vengeful person in the room.
Exactly.
They didn't know that yet.
Yeah, well, they learned real quick.
Well, you never really know till you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really his fault for doing it.
Exactly. He just shouldn't have done it.
Exactly.
So
I have no fault in this.
None.
you all head out on the town and make your ways in different directions once again. Most of which seems to be heading back again towards the arena. Are you all choosing to get there early, in which you would need to take a carriage, or are you simply walking?
How long of a walk would it be?
Couple-hour walk.
A couple hours or a hour?
A couple hours.
Oh, no, carriage.
Carriage.
Don't want to have blisters on your feet by the time you get there. It'll ruin the day.
Okay. Just mark off 1 gold piece. The carriage doubles your time. Eventually, about an hour and a half ride, you eventually find yourselves in the large section of the city filled with many of these street vendors and small shows spread throughout the space. you immediately are hit with that smell of sweet and savory as all sorts of small food carts have set up along different sections of the whole entertainment space as they sell their wares, from cotton candy to whole turkey legs. It is a mix of culture and of just delicious smells. You again see some familiar folk talking out over crowds as you see Vitalius of Graylin. You see small sections where plays are beginning to slowly fill up for the day's events, and you can see long lines heading towards the arena itself, where most of the individuals are most likely heading towards. But you all choose to follow Senti. I'm pretty sure most of you are, aside from Seer, correct?
I think so. I know I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all head back towards the large domed tent structure. You see many different entertainers are currently about. Some are doing small card games out front, telling people fortunes. You see some are doing strange balancing acts. It's a large circus, but the main attraction seems to be what is ever within the tent itself. You come across what seems to be a large group of attendants collecting small funds for the event itself. Walking over, they request a silver piece each.
Okay.
You all pay and enter into the large tent. You see a string of musicians currently on this upper section, currently playing away a hearty tune as the crowd begins to fill in. You immediately note that this is most assuredly some sort of amphitheater, a recessed, domed structure that has had most of the original seating barricaded with large cinder blocks and stone and wood scaffolding to fully cement off the central bit to ensure that none of the creatures shown are able to easily escape the arena. As from what you've been told, some are probably fairly large. You all find your seats. See small attendants walking around with cotton candy and other small snack options. And you wait. Not too long, maybe about 20 minutes or so, but eventually the lights begin to dim and you see these magical lights begin to center on the middle of the arena itself. You see a main caretaker walks out. They call themselves Arona, and they welcome you to the Arona's primordial circus. They unveil many great beasts, trained lions, wolves, giant beasts of all make and shape and size that impress a lot of the crowd. Many are things you've seen before. Direwolves and large bears, and strange large lizards. But near the end, there is a point where the main announcer, Arona, calls out, "And now, before we all bid adieu, we bring you one last intriguing presentation. These creatures were taken from a far-off jungled island, lost to time itself. These denizens have long awaited a return into the civilized world, And here we bring them to all of you. May I introduce you all to the Primordial Riders? Everyone, big round of applause for them. And as they step back, you see the main section where a lot of these animals have been brought out opens up, and immediately you feel the ground beginning to shake as you see a small troop of about 9 individuals riding these large lizard-like creatures on 2 clawed feet as they just charge outward. Senti, these are definitely different than what you saw before, as they're much smaller. But they seem to be some sort of mounts, and with these razor-sharp teeth are controlled and ridden throughout the space. And initially there seems to be some sort of small chase as they race around the central arena. But then you do note that they turn it into almost a battle, similar to how last time they put the large dinosaur up against a bull. This time you see they do similar things, but with more fast prey. They drop in what seem to be some sort of large elk and have them run and be chased by these mounted beasts. It doesn't take long, for the pack tactics of these individual beasts are much better than anything the elks can do to stop themselves from being hunted in such a way. But it is an entirely entertaining event, and for all of you, if you're wondering what they look like, these are what you see.
Little friends.
Cool. We got velociraptors out here.
I sent
Yeah,
the picture in Discord for you, Cinti. Unless your internet's back up, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, under in D&D Beyond, they are clawfoots.
Weird.
They are a challenge rating 1.
Troodon.
Uh-oh, Senti.
Cinti.
I'm a dinosaur now. You could turn into Grimlock from Transformers.
Become a clawfoot. Let us ride you into battle.
Yeah.
Now you can't be a dino for the race.
They only have
a Pegasus and a clawfoot.
they only have a speed of 40 feet.
You better be that moorbounder.
But you definitely get the sense that you could probably turn into this one with wild shape at the very least. But all in all, the visage does remind both Ganesh and Seer of past sights of skeletons.
I'm not here.
Oh yeah, of Ganesh, of past sights of strange skeletal remains of creatures similar to this, and even probably Belric, honestly. And it's quite entertaining.
And this called Arona's Primordial Circus.
Yep. And it does seem, based on Senti's point of view, that every day that the circus is open, it is vastly different. There's similar aspects to each event and show, but it seems they have a wide variety of different animals, as they are attempting to collect every person in the city to come to them multiple times. So, as you all enjoy a nice circus, Seer,
Yeah,
you head to the local library in the city.
I do.
Do you take a carriage?
Yes.
Mark off a gold piece as you yourself rent a singular carriage and are taken into the Sky District, passing away through tall buildings. You eventually find yourself passing a familiar one that you've been in before, as you see the tall, five-spired, cloud-crowned keep just north of one of the entrances into the Uvar district of the city. And you immediately do note there is visible evidence of the fire that occurred. There is scorching up the large central tower within the space. But it seems most of the manor was saved from the devastation. But it's very interesting seeing how you were only here but a few days ago.
Yeah, kind of suspicious.
They did it to their own home.
You eventually, not very far away, find what is that you've been told as the major library within the city of Kalos. You find the Icewind Conservatory, a massive glass-paned library with these large blue-stained glass that rise up in a massive dome over the central library itself, bathing the entirety of it in light. The very aspect of the building itself takes on, depending on where the sun is moving, a giant mirrored surface. It is beautiful and striking. And it looks as if it is made purely out of ice itself in certain aspects. Upon walking in, light-colored marble flooring lines the space as you see massive, hovering chandeliers floating with dim blue lights spread across the top of them, hover in air, with no chains connecting them to the ceiling. Large balconies line the main entrance hall and seem covered with different attendants. Some individuals sitting on small benches overlooking the fine sights of the conservatory. Others patrolling, seemingly wearing loose-fitting vestiges that give an air of attendance and personnel of the library itself. Walking forward, you find a large central desk filled with attendants. You see approximately 5 in total, most of which, about 3 or so, are currently busy, talking with many different residents, individuals who are coming here to study and read up on different materials. You walk over to one attendant, a fairly young Goliath, maybe only in their late teens, early 20s, with long, light hair. You see intricate tattoos, not fully developed, but they seem to spiral across her lower jaw and meet towards the sides of her lips as she's currently flipping through one of her books or some paperwork on her side of the desk as she looks up. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Icewind Conservatory. How can I help you?
Wondering if I could browse the shelves or.
We can set you up with a guide to take you through the conservatory and help you in your research endeavors. Can I have a name, miss?
Seer.
Sir, where do you hail from?
Oh, the Grimolian Kingdom.
Grimolian Kingdom. Okay, give me one moment, and I shall fetch you an attendant.
Thank you.
She stands up, walks over to a back door. Not very long, maybe about 30 seconds or so. She comes walking out, and you see a tall Goliath in these very light colors of this like icy light blue and white cloak kind of walks out. Male, you see bald of head, but this one does sport hefty facial hair of dark black hair on their jaw. Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm just trying to narrow down my research field a little bit. I'm looking into lakes,
Lakes.
so I was wondering if I could see books that mention those.
Yes, of course. Please follow me, and I shall give you some helpful advice on where to look.
Thank you.
He leads you behind a gated section where you do see more of these attendants, a little more armed. It seems there is some, defense of this place, and you're brought into the main conservatory, and it is innately just gorgeous.
This is where I belong.
The open dome casts this icy blue light all across the place. It is 2 stories of these beautiful marble floorings with winding spiral staircases all over, with towering bookshelves that rise all the way up to close to the dome section, so individuals on the first and second floors can reach tomes whenever they wish. There are whole individual tables, small little couches to sit and relax and study. Most of the people here do seem to be guarded, with some sort of attendant watching their every move, ensuring that the information here does not generally leave.
Yeah, they don't want theft.
Yeah, but there is an air of relaxation here. You get the sense that a lot of the people in this city who probably use this feature are probably more elite, and there are special privileges which you've never seen in a library, where people are actively handed coffee as they are sitting and reading and taking notes on their works, right next to these ancient tomes. There is a slight air of not too much care.
I think internally Sierra's scandalized,
Yeah, probably.
but she doesn't want to show it. It hurts parts of her soul.
Upon being led through the space, this Goliath does tell you about this space, giving you a brief overview, seeing how you are not from the city. The Icewind Conservatory was donated specifically by the Iceblade family, and has been officially run by their family for the past many hundreds of years. They are strictly a non-profit and are only able to sustain themselves through donation by other elite members of the city and people who deem their service necessary and essential. So as you're able to ask, specifically about what you're looking for, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
As the individual will guide you, but the information you're seeking is obscure, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to say.
Me too.
Okay.
And I'm not telling him exactly what I'm looking for.
That's what I figured. That's why you didn't give
'Cause
advantage.
Can't
Um,
risk it. But I got a 32, so I think that's okay. I hope that's okay.
yeah.
God.
32 is a very high number. It takes a long time. Surprising to you as you're such a skilled individual when it comes to research and investigation, but your attendant really does not know anything about this Lake of Harley. You together search books on lakes and natural phenomenon like that. You find full maps of the known reaches of the world and find nothing to the tune of Lake of Harley. It takes about 4 hours until, exhausted by just the lack of real time and, like, you know, the lack of things that have been found in the space of 4 hours of constant research with, you know, all these different tomes. You're sitting at the table currently reading through probably your 6th tome, flipping through pages, looking for any mention of the Lake of Harley, going, looking into the glossary and terms and all this stuff, trying to find just a name of something. When you hear a voice coming up from behind, you still haven't found anything. Let me give it a shot. Thank you. You kind of turn around and you see your attendant is speaking to another Goliath. This one wears not the loose-fitting, sort of like monk vestiges, but this individual is clearly wearing nobleman's attire. They have a very evident, similar color scheme to that, but you can see a beautiful half cape. You see like these icy, like bluish pins adorning their attire. You see on their side a intricate rapier is currently resting on their hilt, resting in the, you know, on their waist in a hilt. As they walk forward, a younger male Goliath, probably only in his early 20s. No, facial hair or really hair on their head, but you do see, whereas most of the Goliaths you've seen have these, intricate dark tattoos, typically black in color. This one has like these, like icy blue color, spiraling tattoos that begin to form like snowflakes across their neck as it spreads up around their ears and begins to go across their head. This individual walks over. Hello. I heard that you've been researching a topic that it's been hard to find. My name is Tio Iceblade. My family owns this place and helps run it. I'd like to help you in any way I can.
Seer, nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. I was told you're looking for a specific lake.
Yes, I am.
Can I ask the name of it?
I believe, if I remember correctly, it was the Lake of Harley.
Really? Can you tell me why you wish to know this?
Oh, I overheard some people talking about it at the festival yesterday, and I got curious, and when I get curious, I do research.
You see, he kind of looks behind himself at the other attendants. Looks over his other shoulder. Please, Monsieur, come with me.
Alright.
Am I gonna die?
You can leave the book you have out right there. One of the other attendants will fetch it for you. Follow me.
Okay.
He leads you towards what looks to be a set of large double doors. You see a couple of attendants standing outside, open it for him. And you're brought to a large staircase that seems to descend it downward. I believe we do have something to the tune of Lake of Harley in our more personal section.
I see.
Please.
Would there be any way for me to gain access to
Oh.
that?
Of course. For an individual such as yourself, I would gladly allow you to see the features. Come, follow me. And
Does this guy know about me?
he begins to lead you down the stairs.
I don't.
Um,
I follow him, but I'm scared.
You descend. You pass by another double door, and keep descending. At the second landing, you see he goes over to this another set of double doors and opens it up, and you see a much smaller, tight space. The marble flooring disappears in this space as it turns more to plain woods. As you see a small hallway that descends out with many rooms attached to it. Following him, he takes you off, counting out the rooms. This one goes to one of these rooms. You see he takes out a whole ring of keys and unlocks it. Opening it, you see what would be more akin to a private study. There is a table in here, small, comfortable chair, but a much smaller assortment of books. I believe what you're looking for would be in here somewhere. Here, let me
Thank you.
get some light going. And he walks over to a fireplace, and you see he says a few words and snaps his fingers, and suddenly you see the fire pit just roars into life, casting the room with a beautiful yellow glow. And you can see now a room with older tomes. These books much more dated, fragile. I believe, walks over. If you point me to a book you think might work, I can help with this.
Can I see something that might work?
Roll an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. Why do I keep 33? Why do I keep doing things on my own?
I don't know.
It's horrible.
You eventually find a tome that is pulled out for you. Specifically, you see this individual, Tio, begins to open up the book himself, moves ever so slightly the pages, not even with his own hands. You see he has some mystical little mage hand flip the pages for him to not hurt the pages himself with his oily fingers. And as he flips the pages, I believe you'll find what you're looking for in this section. I'll give you some time to look it over. And he begins
Thank
to
you.
walk out. This book, specifically, is a book of ancient cults.
Oh my god.
It talks of otherworldly entities that every so often have been able to touch the minds of the peoples of Raiden and spread influence in small ways, or in some cases, larger ways. The continent of Southern was a place where one of these cults gained steam. No one knows who originally built the foundation of the cult. But some of its evidence can clearly still be seen to this day. Specifically, the cult referenced seems to go by two different names. Cult of Dreams and the Cult of Hastur.
Cult of Dreams and the Cult of Hastir?
Yes. Hastur.
Hastir, okay. Oh no, that's a demon name!
Hastur, the King in Yellow, is the most mysterious of the Great Old Ones. The physical manifestation of this entity is known as the Yellow King, and though most consider this creature a vaguely human-shaped figure draped in a yellow cloak to be synonymous with Hastur himself, many scholars believe the King in Yellow is nothing more than an avatar used by the true Hastur to move amongst the denizens of the physical world. Hastur himself is said to dwell upon a distant world called Carcosa on the shores of the monstrous Lake Harley.
Were they fucking dog whistling me about their weird cult?
The yellow sign is described, but not pictured, as a string, a almost triangular shape of yellowish lines that wrap around a circular space. It is slightly familiar. Hastur is known to be a patron of the arts and enjoys feasting on the madness of painters, playwrights, and artists of all types.
This is so much more wild than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
They were dog whistling me. They thought I was part of their weird, freaky cult. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this. This is weird.
It is also read within the note that the cult of Hastur is one of volatility. It never lasts for very long, as Hastur has many enemies. Many of the other Great Old Ones, especially his brother Cthulhu, often shatter his cults early on. The King in Yellow did have a strong dominion on the continent of Southern, long before even the giants fell from grace. It is said he built citadels of dreams, places where he could bring forth manifestations of the far realm into the material plane.
Guys, I don't think I can tell you all this in a tavern.
Yeah. It is quite a bit. You read also that, according to the mythos of Hastur, to identify another member, one has to say, "Have you seen the yellow sign?" Typically, the responder says, "I have seen the yellow sign," and bathed in the Lake of Harley.
Guys, I think we're gonna infiltrate another cult.
This book is ancient. Hoster seemingly has, in the space of the writing of this book, at least within the past hundreds of years, not been prevalent. Has faded from essentially all memory. And it's mostly unknown. His temples of dreams, where he granted strange, obscure wishes, forgotten and faded. Lost to all time.
How do we feel about joining a cult, guys?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Might as well. When in Rome.
We could be part of a cult while we're in Kalos. Fine.
We'll just casually join a cult for funsies.
Does this book mention what, like, the cult tries to do?
Yeah. Hoster's cult is primarily composed of decadent nobles, playwrights, and aristocrats who've grown bored with life and have sought out increasingly deviant, bizarre, and self-destructive methods of achieving gratification in life. His temples are opulent and excessive opera houses, manors, and the like that contain hidden chambers for pastimes best indulged in secret. His cultists are particularly eager to bring innocence into their fold, exposing them to the yellow sign so that their bodies and minds can serve as portals through which the King in Yellow may walk the world. Hoster's cult is associated with decadence, disorder, and nihilism. And its symbol is the yellow sign. The least varieties of these symbols are non-magical and somewhat inaccurate representations of the sigil, though the most powerful cults possess methods by which they can craft fully functional yellow signs.
Wait, how do you craft a fully functional yellow sign?
Doesn't mention. It just says that there is a way to craft a more functional yellow sign. That would serve to have greater effects and power.
I bet I could help these people out by figuring this out, but will I? Probably not.
That's really all that is written, for the most part. The only thing that really links the Lake of Harley is that it is on the border of the city of Carcosa. A magnificent, beautiful baleful light. That corrupts and destroys.
Okay. I was right. Rich people just be doing some weird shit.
The eccentrics.
God. I'm gonna... Where can I tell you guys this information?
I'm pretty sure when we get back to the tavern.
Not in the... We have to go to a room for this.
Oh yeah, I mean we have rooms though, so.
Yeah, as long as we can go to a room.
As
Right.
you finish up your reading, you hear the door once again opens, and you look behind you as you see Teal walks again into the room. All set.
Yes, thank you.
With his mage hand, he closes the book, and has it picked up and brought back towards the shelf. Was it the Cloud Grounds? spoke to you.
You know what? I think it was. Why?
I was just curious.
I see. Well, thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure. Please. I will lead you back out now that you've gotten all you need.
Yes, thank you.
Man, if I didn't read 3 times as fast, would I still been able to finish that book?
Yeah, just in triple the time.
Okay, so he somehow knew when I was done. He wasn't, like, timing me. I don't know, I don't trust him. People like that don't just help you for free. I should know.
As you are beginning to be led out, you do note that he goes and you see he begins to speak some words.
Oh no.
Do you do anything?
He's saying? Can I hear him?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh. At least I have advantage. 16.
It initially scares you, but as he finishes it up, it is clearly he's casting Remove Curse.
I'm not gonna interrupt this.
At the very end, he just taps on your shoulder, very slight, and you feel this warm energy spreads throughout your form as he attempts to very slyly get away with removing a curse on you, not knowing if you have one or not.
I don't think I do, thankfully.
You don't.
That you know of.
Well, because I succeeded on both wisdom saving throws.
That you know.
That you know of.
Graham said I succeeded. But now T.O. whatever the hell. Icedale. I don't know how to spell his name. Alright, I trust him slightly more.
Yeah, it's just T-E-O.
Okay, I've been spelling it correctly. That's insane.
Nice. You are led back up the stairs, back into the main section of the Icewind Conservatory. And as you're led, he does give you a few parting words. I would ask that you take the knowledge you gained today and not mention it very far.
Understood.
I wish you luck. And please, stay away from them.
I'll do my best.
If you need anything else, I'm always here. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Pleasure's all mine.
He begins to turn, and you watch him go for a moment. You see, now that he's been slightly closer to you, you do note he is a mage of some type. As you can see, a hidden book within his noble finery. But as he begins walking towards many of the other attendants, you can see the man who initially brought you forward to search the library at first. You see other attendants spread around. You see they all are looking at him, and he just gives them a nod. And you see they all breathe a sigh of relief as seemingly they were all very nervous for some reason.
Oh, this is some heavy secrets.
Yeah, you stumbled upon something.
You walk out of the main conservatory. Back
Is there
out of
somewhere I could donate?
Yeah, there is one there next to the door.
Okay, I'm gonna put in 100 gold.
Very good. They would be very happy about that. You find
Listen,
yourself...
he tried to remove a curse from me. I figure the worst I can do is donate a little bit.
Yeah.
Sierra's only ever had to say I told you so. I don't think she's ever been wrong about something.
Yeah. Seer steps back out onto the main streets of Kalos. Looking forward, you see the main, massive gate to the Uvar district. And off, just to the right, the massive Cloud Crown Keep within eyesight.
And how many hours does it take to travel from, like, where I am to the inn in a carriage?
In a carriage, it's not a short period of time, that's for sure. Probably an hour by carriage.
Carriage, can I just ritually cast Phantom Steed?
Yeah.
It lasts for an hour and I can go 100 feet per turn. Well, 200 feet technically.
Yeah,
It has a speed of 100 feet.
You cast Phantom Steed. How long does it last again?
An hour.
An hour? Yeah. With that, you're able to get there in like a half hour. That's insanely fast.
I'm just magic, man.
Yeah, you're basically driving like a Bugatti, like through a town. Like you're just like flying. Like there's definitely like people screaming at you. There's like a couple guards who are like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
They can't catch me.
Yeah, no one can catch you. As you're just like soaring through the city, you're just flying.
We love crime.
Yeah. As the sun begins to wane, as you make it back to the tavern, the rest of the group, do you do anything else around the arena today? Or do you merely watch the circus?
I don't. Let me see. So, does the festival have anything else to offer? Because I know we've been to this circus. Seers seen plays. There's the fights and the races. Is there anything else?
Typically, there's not too much more. Like, there's, like,
Okay.
like, rides and stuff. And other, like, minor events. But really, it's... Generally, the games are the biggest thing. It's a lot of, like, if you go to any fair, there's gonna be, like, the pony rides and all that good stuff. There's gonna be, the smaller... petting zoos and all that stuff. But then everyone's going for, like, the fairground rides and stuff. So.
Okay, give me 1 second. Um, if I can, could I get in? Could I meet? Is it Arona?
How would you go about that?
Um, so I guess towards the end of the day, like I'd walk around, try out foods and all that, simple stuff, typical things you do.
Oh yeah.
Um, towards the end of the day, when I start seeing the circus clear out, like people are starting to not be in that area as much, I'll go and see if I can get an audience with her.
Okay. Make just a persuasion check.
Okay. Man, if I could just roll good.
I mean, 15 is enough. Um, speaking to some of the helpers, some of the entertainers for the circus itself. You ask for an audience, and Arena is one to oblige. Arona eventually comes out. A well-dressed, fanciful female elf with these really long, dark maroon, almost like duster, with these really long boots that go up like halfway towards the knee. Also, it's like really nice maroon color. You see, they have like whips on their side. They have like a very hefty bludgeoning cane. A clear design choice of this individual to just look, interesting. But you walk over as they walk out. Oh, hello. I heard you were looking for me.
Yeah. I watched your show today, and I gotta say, I'm quite amazed.
Well, I'm always happy to have such lovely fans. I'm so happy you enjoyed. What was your favorite bit?
What were they called?
What did she call them? Something writers? What she called them? Dang.
The ones that were writing like
primordial writers.
Yeah, the primordial writers.
Ah, yes. Some of our best additions to the show by far, by far.
Yeah, because from everything I was told, those type of creatures were extinct.
For the most part, in much of the world they are.
You wouldn't be willing to tell me what region of the world that they were in, because that's really mind-blowing.
You want to go kill one and bring it back.
Well, generally, they're found in remote pockets. We found ours at the very edge of Ascension.
Okay.
Many of the remote islands tend to house unknown dangers, and people generally don't go exploring them. Personally, I do. For the adventure, the thrill, and to bring people like you great, fantastical beasts.
Man, that's... So not only did you find them, you also were able to tame them. That's commendable. I'll give you that.
Well, thank you. We have some commendable casters within our ranks that were able to fell the beasts and bring them to heel, so to speak.
So are any of you competing in the arena?
Oh, no. We are merely putting on this show here in Carlos for the for foreseeable future. And then I'm thinking we're going to take it abroad. Probably head down to Stoneshold, do a few shows there, and potentially make our way northward.
Do you stay on the continent or do you travel around?
We travel as far as we can. Our last shows were fairly nearby. Last we were at was Victory, one of the local great cities in the archipelago.
Right.
We plan to head up the Minx. I've heard the Imperial Sand seems very interested in some of these beasts. So, it seems like we might be exploring Dagobah for the next foreseeable future. Maybe even the Reach, if we get the chance.
Alright. That's where I'm from. That's why I was curious.
Well, if you decide to come and visit our shows on Dagobah, you're very welcome. It's always nice to have passionate fans.
Alright. Well, I was just curious. Yeah. I've been around myself, but never saw anything that was supposed to be extinct. At least not by natural means, anyway.
Well, if you ever come across any of these on your own and are able to subdue them, I would pay a hefty bounty for any newly found species. They're quite rare and exceedingly interesting.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, I'm not gonna hold you up any more than I already have. Thanks for hearing me out.
Thank you for being so interested in our show.
Alright, I go to give her a handshake.
She, obliges. She'll shake your hand and does like this furious bow directly afterwards, raising the cane in the air. A very fantastical showman bow, as
And then like commercial kind of as seeing it, he'll just kind of do a sloppy bow himself. Just.
yeah. Nice.
All right, well, if I ever hear of your show around my home, I'll be sure to check it out.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay.
And then I'm good on my end.
Okay. Anyone else?
I think I'm alright.
Yeah, no, I'm good too.
We did indeed learn things.
God, I can't wait to tell everyone about the cult.
So, you all find yourselves back at the Rapid Anns Inn. The second day of the festival having come to a close. You all most likely show up before Seer, as you had a slightly shorter day at the festival grounds. You find yourselves sitting at a table, resting after much walking, to Seer bursting in through the doorway.
When I see them all at the table, I'm just gonna come up and like put my hands on the table and lean over. I'm not even gonna sit down, and I'm gonna say,
Who wants to hear some wild shit?
Fuck it, let's hear it.
I can't say it here.
Oh, that type of wild shit.
We need to go to a room. Anyone who wants to hear some wild shit, come to my room.
And then I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna go upstairs to my room.
I need some of the strongest shit you got.
Give me 2 bottles.
Strong as shit.
Yep.
Gamesh is too used to this.
How many bottles?
2.
2? 20 gold.
Gotcha.
Worth it.
Yeah.
It's
Haynes?
totally worth it.
Hands you some, like 3X labeled bottles.
Yeah, my god, the good shit.
Like 9x bottles.
9x bottles. Oh no.
Distilled 9 times.
Just straight death bottles.
Yeah. We take a single shot and we're making death saving throws.
2 bottles. Alright, once I got my bottles, I'm going up to the room.
Else is coming.
Yeah, I'll come.
As we're walking up, I pop open the first one. I take a swig.
Anyone else want some? Whew.
I love how Gamesha automatically assumes Seer has like the craziest news to depart.
She always does, man.
Yeah, that's true. Every time Seer's asked if you wanted to know a secret, it has been absolutely wild.
It has been a secret of secrets.
It
Yeah.
has been world shattering. Required you to think completely differently about everything that's happening. Is Faraday coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
If plants? I don't think they would have the being drunk is a mentality thing. 'Cause I don't know how much plants think. Maybe an awakened plant could.
Can Senti get drunk, I think is the question here.
Well,
I think
kinda-
if they talk, they can get drunk. I think if you can talk, you can get drunk.
yeah, 'cause I mean, if you can talk, you have the ability to.
Maybe if you give it like a lot of pollination,
That's like,
that's
Sex.
either ecstasy or like
I think a
catnip.
talking plant can get drunk.
I just
Because
think it would,
animals can get drunk. So like,
It would-
I feel like
Okay.
I think it
if
would
a
just
plant
it
can
would
talk.
require a very little bit of liquor because too much would kill them. God
Yeah.
damn.
Right? Asif never drank because alcohol will kill birds immediately.
But it's fine. Senti's also like a machine, so like Senti also can't die from alcohol poisoning.
Well, so
Sure,
I
Senti's immune to disease.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did look it up. And since plants typically don't have a nervous system, I don't think they can get drunk.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Sad.
Rip to plants.
I don't think they have the cognitive function required to be
Drunk, yeah.
inhibited. I don't think it.
There's
They
nothing
don't
for the
have enough.
alcohol.
They don't have enough there for it to then be drunk.
They get all the negative side effects. They don't get any of the fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They would just die.
Yeah, they just die.
Senti, don't drink alcohol.
They have no
It's the
liver.
biggest negative side effect, which is death.
Yeah.
I mean, we can also die. Like,
True. We all take one shot and drop to the floor.
Oh man, that would suck.
Man, this Goliath alcohol is strong.
Yeah.
They all expect our constitutions to be 20.
Yeah, they're like, ours are.
I'm
Yeah.
almost there. Next level, baby.
My constitution is 13.
Oh yeah, you get an ability
Rip.
score improvement.
Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, fair dear.
bump up my HP by a lot.
What did I
God
get?
damn it. I did all this. I had to rewrite that code, man. It was one letter that I made a capital. Fuck.
That dude, that always happens.
Oh shit. I've been looking at this for like the last half an hour. Sorry. That's it.
Did you not copy it?
No, I like to type it out. It helps me learn it easier.
Well, yeah, but like after you type it, then you copy it in case you fuck up.
No, like I typed it up and like it was right. It was just like it was this one
Less
little
HP than I do.
the one letter in the entire thing was a capital. It had to be a lowercase. Everything else is fine. It's saved and everything. It's just that one letter.
Ah,
So it was running. It just wasn't running properly. I was like,
Hey, Cinti, how do you have more con and less HP than I do?
bad rolls.
damn.
Because I'm rolling a d6.
Sensi, have you been applying your con mod at every level?
Yeah,
You get a
have
plus
you?
3.
Yeah, every time you level up, every time you roll your
Is-
dice, you
I
add.
think that
a
is
plus 3.
statistically under average.
No, she has a +2, not a +3.
Plus
but
2, sorry. Very close to a plus 3.
let me see, because a D8, so she will start off at 8 plus 2, which is 10. So she needs to get 59.
Average would be 94, so if you're at 69, that's a problem.
You had to be rolling like
Happens.
you had to been rolling really low.
Yeah, either you
Yeah.
were rolling only ones or like you've done something wrong.
Yeah, maybe you just forgot to put your con mod in?
Because that means over 13 levels, she only added in 59.
There's no way I should have a 78 and Cinti should have a 69.
You're almost 30 hit points down from average.
Damn.
That means you've been rolling at 2s and 3s this entire time.
Yeah.
I feel
What
like
have you
Sensi
done?
hasn't been rolling that bad though.
Yeah, I don't think you've been adding your con mod.
Yeah, I really don't either.
Oh my.
Cinti!
Because if you have 69 right now and you added your con mod, you would be at 95, which is one above average. So I think you just didn't add your con mod to anything.
Yeah.
Because with con, it's an extra 26 for you.
I see why she stays in the back so much now.
Oh my god, Cinti!
Graham, let Sensi
How
have
are
a
you
mulligan.
alive?
Let
This-
them redo it.
That makes sense.
They knew not what they did.
Oh man. Yeah, because when she joined, we were already level 10 or 11.
Yeah, there's no way you should be at 69 HP.
Yeah, you shouldn't be that
How
low.
did this happen?
Yeah, definitely not that low.
Oh man. I'm so glad you noticed that, because I never thought about it. Because
Yeah, I
Cynthia,
don't think it was a
Honestly-
rolling issue. I think it's a con mod issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Think-
Yeah, you could probably add your con mod.
so like I think honestly, I think you should probably be at the 95, like you're
Yeah,
Yeah.
95.
Yeah, because I was looking at that, I'm like, there's no fucking way above a 15, and I have a 13, and I have like 10 more hit points than you.
So yeah, you should add
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, I don't know why I never like
Yeah.
put that into my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, both casters are just have low health. I'd never even thought about it.
Yeah, so go ahead and you should add 26 on to
None
what
of you should
currently
have a higher.
a lower.
Yeah,
A
give
lower
yourself
HP
a solid
than me.
95.
I should have the lowest HP and AC out of everyone here.
Yeah, add
Yeah,
26.
so you'll be at 95 now. for your max.
I am the baseline. I'm the lowest you can get.
Yeah.
Like I said, I will always wonder why she like stayed in the back. Cause I like, don't get me wrong, you can do that as a druid.
Like Senti is strong as
Character
hell,
thing.
so like physically strong. She needs to be up punching people in the face.
Yeah, Cindy could totally go melee if she wanted to.
Now you have
Shillelagh and wreck shop.
well
Yeah,
now
honestly.
you have adolescent health. You don't have baby health anymore.
Yeah, now you could hide behind like a match Belric and Faradir and be a
Now you
midliner
have
instead of
perfectly
a
average health.
Yeah, you
rear
can.
liner.
You now have 2 more health than Mabehi.
I can once again be in the back by myself. The way I prefer it. Everyone else in front of me, in between me and the danger.
Oh, I'll be up there with the big kids now.
Still cannot survive power word kill though.
Still cannot do that.
No.
I can do it now. I'm ready for Dalton now.
I'm not.
That was the only way he got me. He cheated. You know,
I'm ready to counter
She
spell
did
her.
not cheat. You cheated.
No, he cheated.
How did we cheat?
Faradir hit him in the middle of monologuing. That's unfair.
I
Yes, Faradir
don't
shouldn't have done
care.
that.
He had auto aim on.
Faradir broke
And
the
it-
golden rule.
Faradir broke the truce.
Faradir doesn't give a shit about monologuing. What the fuck is a monologue? She's
It
literally
gives-
never fought anyone who did a monologue.
Except
it gives
Dalton.
valuable information.
People in the mountains don't monologue, they just try to kill you.
Listen, trust me, just let him go. It's better for everyone that way.
Zarin is definitely just gonna monologue for like an hour now. He's just gonna be talking your
Faradir
ears
knows
off.
what it is.
Faradir's gonna be like, do I hit him now or wait?
Don't- Monologuing,
Yeah,
we're all
like-
like, Faradir, wait, hold it.
She's not used to the concept of just standing there while your enemy is just talking. Like that doesn't make any sense to her.
The time is of importance.
Everyone stops moving when the villain talks. It's just a rule.
Listen,
Yeah, we enter a cutscene.
yeah.
It's at that time you realize it's like,
Graham mutes the Roll20 chat so we can do nothing.
why do we all wait? Why do we all wait 6 seconds before we attack?
it's like
it gets too meta.
Sierra has a reason for not fighting Dalton.
The,
In my defense.
the animal would die, Senti. You would get forced back to your normal form.
Is that how powered kill works? 'Cause I
I'm pretty
remember
sure that's how it would work. Because I'm pretty sure that's how it would work if you did polymorph too. I mean, I guess that the DM rules differently, but like logically, I feel like it would kill the form. Because it's
Uh.
basically just hitting you with a really big damage spell. It just has a threshold on it.
But it doesn't actually do damage. But see, it says it dies. It doesn't drop it to 0 HP. It just dies.
Hmm.
Because if you're polymorphed or if you're wild shape, you drop to 0 HP, then you go. Because then it,
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Wording is important.
yeah, I think this is a situation that if you're below 100 of any type, you just die.
That sucks. So maybe don't wild shape against someone who has power word kill.
Yeah, it might not be a good option.
Those
We've
can
been
be
power worded
Back to
once.
fight, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, now I sit over 100 HP, so now I'm ready.
I am not.
Graham, we should level up so I can have a fuck ton more hit points. Because I'm going evil once we level up.
Oh, you're going evil? No.
Yeah, me Laura is going evil. Faradir's fine.
Okay.
Oh.
Faradir's one of the only good people we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Faradir still has a moral compass. I don't anymore.
Alright, Belric. You, you have to pull the good guy card.
You are our sole moral compass now.
You have to keep everybody on track.
You have the classic paladin job.
Man, would you rather have Faraday who's neutral good or Asif who's chaotic good. Both are not great.
Asif was very much a seer enabler.
Asif was a loose cannon
Yeah.
with
See, the
good
issue was-
intentions and no foresight whatsoever.
The issue is Seer always has an explanation for why she did things, so Asif always agreed to help her.
Yeah, little did she
Yeah,
know.
just gotta, if you have a good point, you know?
And then Asif did help Seer commit crime.
Asif wasn't against crimes.
No, Asif was not against crime. I'm just saying Seer's crime was not for the greater good. Seer's
No.
crime was for Seer's good.
Yeah.
Asif is like a Robin Hood where she would do crimes against bad people.
Yeah, she
Like
killed
murder.
Dalton's old ass son.
Usually the crime was murder, but sometimes other things.
That was still the most jarring thing in this session.
What was the most jarring thing?
When Asif just tried to just straight up murked an old guy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is the type of I was not ready at all for that to this
He
day.
was- I think that was like my second session too. I made a really good first impression.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I don't think it was a second session.
It was really early.
It was early on, but it wasn't your second one. Cause your second one was when we fought that the werewolf. Or I think it was the werewolf. The one that summoned the unicorn.
Yeah.
Whatever,
The wild
that
magic
was-
werewolf.
Yeah, the wild
I'm
magic
not
werewolf.
here for that.
No, you were not a part of the group as of yet.
But I was here for when Asif killed that old guy.
Oh, you definitely were there for that.
Yeah.
Good
Help
times,
narrow
guys.
down the timeline.
He was racist. What can you say?
And he's still alive.
Well, it wasn't a matter of race. He was abusive. That's what it
It
was.
was
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
He was racist
He was
and abusive.
He was discriminatory and abusive.
I don't remember him being discriminatory.
He
did-
was.
He did
He
not like
hated
Asif.
Asif as soon as she walked through the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
It did not help that his dad was a vampire.
Yeah.
I just remember he hit one of his employees over the head with his cane, and that's when Asif was like, "All right, I'm done. I done had enough."
Asif was like, I can,
I've seen enough.
yeah. I can be discriminated against, but the second you hit another person over the head, you're done.
Yeah, you can fuck with me. You don't fuck with your employees.
Asif, I will murder you if you employ physical violence.
Pretty much.
Oh,
It's a bit hypocritical, but you know, it works.
so by the way, I just looked it up. Based on the wording, if you were a polymorph person and power would kill hit you, and you were less than 100 hit points, you would just die.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Nice.
I was,
Straight
I
up,
was,
even
I-
if your original form had more than 100 hit points, you would still die.
yeah. I was so sure. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you die.
Yeah.
I remember looking that up when I first found the spell.
Yeah. That's terrifying. Just the wording of the spell.
Yeah, it's because you don't drop. It doesn't affect your hit points at all. You
Nope.
just die.
If you have less
It-
than 100, you're dead.
You're just dead. That's all it is.
Hopefully
No,
something
yeah.
more than 100 HP.
Yeah. At least 101 HP, at least.
At least 101.
Powered kill is really scary in the middle of a combat, not at the beginning.
Oh yeah, not the beginning. In the beginning, it can be used to make a statement, but you have to know who you're against for that.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to just be effective, middle of a combat.
Yup. Once everyone has taken a little bit of damage, you're like, okay, it's time.
It's so funny. By the end of the campaign, Gamesh should be over 200 HP, so I should be ready.
Hell yeah. It's never gonna happen again, is it?
Never happening again, damn it. Not at least not that easy.
Oh,
he has
yeah.
to work for it next time.
I mean, he did kind of work for it.
Nah, he just looked at me and said, "Die." That's not working for it.
I mean, the room itself worked for him, so.
We had to fight his demons.
That was after he killed me first.
Oh yeah.
You also had to fight Sebastian.
Yeah, but like, I didn't take too much damage. I didn't have over 100 HP at the time.
And Sebastian.
Yeah. You took some
that
damage,
was-
though.
Oh yeah, I know, but I was gonna die regardless.
Yeah.
Now I gotta take a beating.
Yeah, you do.
Would y'all like to hear the wild shit I learned?
Yes, sorry, we got way off.
Yeah.
Did. It's fine.
All right,
Alright.
Seer. I got my drink. Let's see what you got.
Breath alcohol, good. You're gonna want that.
Oh shit, she's agreeing with me.
This never happens.
It never does happen. As she says that, I take another swig.
All right, everyone, sit down. Sit down. So you all remember how I was mentioning how the Cloud Crown twins mentioned the Lake of Harley?
Yeah.
So it turns out that's some weird dog whistle for a cult.
That's a dog whistle. What?
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently it's all about this cult of Hester, sometimes known as the Cult of Dream. I think, right?
I think that's a question for you, Graham.
Oh, I'm looking at my notes.
Oh.
Yeah, Cult
oh.
of Dreams. I was right.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's the Cult of Dreams. Basically, the whole gist of the cult is, you know, people who have a lot of money, are in the arts, go a little bit crazy trying to entertain themselves and stave off their boredom, and it's a whole giant mess of a corrupt affair. You know how it goes. Rich people. And now get this. You remember the symbol that I was talking about?
Yeah.
So apparently that symbol can be used to, I'm guessing, curse people in order to let Hester see or walk through them. It like opens a portal in their mind. And then Tio Icedale at the Icewind Conservatory led me into a secret room with some really old books. Like, I don't think this cult has been active for a long time. Anyways, Tio tried to secretly cast a remove curse on me.
Okay. I take a swig. I take another swig.
So I think that this cult is using that symbol to curse people. And I'm pretty and there's a way to make a more effective symbol. And I won't lie, it is very tempting to try to find that out.
Okay.
Can't tell anyone about this.
I mean, I don't think anyone around here will believe us right now.
But the Cloud Crown twins and Osiris are part of a cult to something referred to as an old one named Hester. And apparently his brother is Cthulhu?
Cthulhu. I don't think I heard that one.
Oh. But anyways, apparently this cult is volatile. It doesn't last for very long. I think it's just starting back up again, part of a cycle. Anyways, thought everyone here might want to know.
Okay.
So I'm guessing we should avoid all the nobles in this city, huh?
Well, Tio Icedale seemed chill. The Cloud Crowns are definitely into some weird shit. Can I have a drink of that?
Here you go.
I'll take a swig and then hand it back.
Anyways, what are our thoughts on me learning, possibly trying to figure out how to make a more powerful version of this cursed symbol?
All right. So the purpose of this cult is to give this thing they worship a vessel.
Spreading its influence? Listen, this cult's really, really old. Oh, there's a catchphrase that you guys need to know. Okay. So, apparently, historically speaking, whenever this cult was trying to identify other members of it, someone would say, "Have you seen the yellow sign?" And then, whenever you're asked this, you're supposed to say, "I have seen the yellow sign and bathed in the lake of Harley."
I have seen the yellow sign and bathed in the lake of Harley.
Yes, because Hester is also known as the Yellow King.
All right, so is
Or
Hester
the
a
King in
god?
Yellow. I don't think Hester's a god. He's something called an old one. I think it's different.
Ganesh. I'm gonna say, at this point, you remember a little something about one of the books you read.
Okay.
A small, minor tidbit within Lord Gray's study of the arcane. At one point, he mentions entities specifically called eldritch beings.
Okay.
Entities beyond the mortal plane of easy perception of power. It's said that many of these eldritch gods are so enmaddened and strange that even to perceive them would drive one insane. And most of the time, they don't really care about mundane, normal things. They're like gods, but just strange. And now you recognize where you heard the name, the Lake of Harley. It was at one point mentioned next to the name Hoster and a couple other eldritch entities like Cthulhu.
Okay. Alright, so it was the Cult of Hesper. That's the name of the cult, right?
Haster.
Haster. Yeah.
Haster.
Yes. Hastur.
Okay.
God, I really did stumble into some shit.
Yeah. And he is the brother of Cthulhu.
I guess this is what rolling a 32 gets me. And then a 33.
Okay. Is this funny that I know, like, what Cthulhu is? Like,
Yeah.
outside of character?
I will say, Hoster is a real eldritch being in the lore of Cthulhu and all that stuff.
Oh.
He's like an actual thing.
This is horrific for me.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Alright. Okay. Now, I gotta ask I got a question then.
Yes.
Do we stay and deal with this? Or
Oh,
do
I
we
don't-
just leave and never worry about this continent again?
I don't see why we should worry about their cult.
I was just making sure, because you sound like make it sound like something we need to deal with.
Oh no, I just want to learn how to make their symbol because I don't know, it seems cool.
Gamesh just kind of pauses for a second.
Let's join a cult.
Saying is, this is some magic that can carry a curse through a symbol. Why shouldn't I learn how to perfect it? It could come in handy. It's something the Cloud Crowns would surely want.
Listen, it's not the matter of what it does, it's kind of what it's connected to. That's the thing.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna tell anyone else I know how to make it.
I mean, I'm thinking what if the guy who's it's for knows that you made it? That's my
Chances, really.
Oh, now it's chances, huh? Any other
Okay.
time.
I'll admit I do have a soft spot for magic. I can't help it.
All right. So you want to study this symbol, is what you're saying?
I want to make it better.
What the? Oh my gosh, the mad scientist.
I want to have the most powerful version of this possible. Because that means I have something the Cloud Crowns want. So if they are ever our enemy, I can possibly tide them over. Maybe even ally with them. I don't know. I don't really want to get involved in their weird cult thing, but you know, worse comes to worse. Why not have a bargaining chip?
So
Also, they suffered from a fire recently. I saw it.
Hmm. All right. So, how do you want to make this symbol better?
I don't know, I have to do a lot more research. It would take time, so probably after the festival, but I think I can probably go through the Icewind Conservatory. I
I
donated a lot of money, so they should like me.
You are one long game plan. I tell you, I left a lot of money, so they should like me now.
What?
I was like, cause I didn't think about it when you put the money in. And now that you say it, it's like, god damn, that's clever as fuck.
What can I say?
Oh man, I thought it was because they was trying to help her with a recurse. She's like, nah, I just need to come back.
Anything for anyone else.
Okay, oh shit. Alright, look. You've studied Exceeded Cathias and everything, so I understand. Magic is your jam. Just please don't summon anything into this we gotta fight. That's all I ask. I don't want to fight anything that's posted beyond my rationale.
Cast any spells unless I'm sure they won't summon anything. Thankfully, conjuration is kind of my thing.
Alright. Is there anything that you need help with then?
Research, probably. It takes a lot of time to find this kind of thing.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, I want to know what everybody else is thinking that she says this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm curious now.
Sometimes you gotta give into your impulses to do wild shit.
I love it. I want to know what everybody. I just want to know what kind of faces everyone's making.
Yeah, what's everyone's reaction as Seer goes on this long tangent about how she should totally be allowed to study this eldritch symbol.
Faradir is confused and lost.
Yeah, Bell got kind of a conflicted face.
The idea of a cult is confusing because Faradir knows gods exist and acknowledges that, but doesn't think about them a lot. So
Yeah.
trying to think about something like this is not good.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know. All right.
Yeah, you can tell me not to do it.
She hasn't got us killed yet.
Have it.
Plus, I have a code of writing that no one else can read.
That you do.
Have you seen it?
You told me about it.
Okay. Good.
All right.
So I can take notes relatively safely, though I would prefer not to take notes unless absolutely necessary.
Fair.
Again, this information should be very hush-hush. And once I have it, we can decide how to use it.
I think I might remember something about that cult actually.
Oh.
I remember in Tyvos, we actually, I think we saw someone that was cloaked in all yellow. So they might be related to the cult.
Oh. Damn, you're right.
And Tyvos. I forgot what Tyvos was.
What do you
So-
want to ask? I think it did look really familiar.
Oh yeah, what was he gonna ask?
Yeah, what do you want to ask?
Because sometimes there's more than one way to ask a question.
Yes.
Oh, what's the question then?
Yeah, what's your question? You're allowed to ask questions too. Oh, I just got to be really lucky on my wisdom saves.
Oh, you know, she's rolling dice on this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if she rolls badly, she's multi-classing to Warlock.
No! Like little spells! It's fine.
Well, luckily Beller can learn remove curse, so it should be too much of an issue.
I come back, I'm just even more shady than normal. I know new spells.
The whiter eyes and turn black.
Yeah.
Yellow.
No, yellow.
Oh my god, I have jaundice.
Oh no.
My eyes are no longer hazel, they're just yellow.
Every time she talks, it sounds like there's a second voice behind her voice.
My shadow moves on its own.
See, I don't think this went well.
It's like, what? No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm a good liar, it's fine.
This is not fine. This is not fine.
Prove it.
Pull out mirror. Look at you.
I'm great at denial. This is completely normal.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited for this. This is something I'm gonna try.
So, after hearing all this, Gamesh swigs the liquor for a fourth time.
I'm gonna reach my hand out for it silently.
I pass it. So, I saw the dinosaurs.
Oh, that's like much better news than the news I have.
Yeah, and apparently she found them at the edge of Ascension.
There's that.
Oh man, I forgot. Ascension was
It's off to the east of Southern.
right. Yeah,
Southern.
we're all in Southern right now.
Southern.
Yeah, it's
This is
off,
hard.
off in the archipelagos over in this direction,
Okay.
and it's near the edge of it. So you guys have seen a lot of maps now.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a lot of
It's
maps.
so much we know about the world, and so much we have yet to learn.
Yeah. And then-
Oh, there's Victory. I see it now. I see where Victory is.
Yeah. We do have a ship.
Yeah. You do.
Okay.
Can I just do this? Export the image.
Vestral. Okay, get to Vestral too.
I mean,
Whoa. That's a
Oh my goodness.
The world, it's moving. The
Oh my God.
tides, they're shifting.
It's a little bit more than I wanted to show.
There's some weird shit down there.
How do you spell what? Ascension? That's ASCENTIONS, I think.
You know, if you want, I can contact Cal and get him to bring the ship over here.
You know how long that would take?
About as
Well-
long as it would take for us to go to the king's party and back.
Honestly. Because last time we known they were in the Starfall Sea. They would have to they would have to circle all the way around the continent.
Yeah,
It'd take them a couple weeks.
we could get it started. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think I think
How
that
bad
is
do you
the
want to
villain.
find dinosaurs?
Oh. I mean, not that serious. I will bring up that yeah, the owner of the circus. She says if we ever find noteworthy creatures and are able to capture them, she'd be willing to pay good money.
I should make a note for that. That could help with the mortgage.
Yeah, we come across a lot of shit, so
We really do. Do you think she was talking specifically about dinosaurs or like weird
I-
things in general? Because
I think she means weird creatures in general, things that people don't usually see.
This map is.
do tend to kill things more than we subdue things.
Yeah, that's why I said I just keep it in mind.
The only things we've subdued have been the fairies.
Yeah.
That's just because I freed them from their eternal prison.
Yep.
In most cases, I'm usually casting magic, and you can't usually subdue with magic too often.
Nope.
Unless it's
I
the-
do not have animal handling. Don't ask me to do it, please.
Oh no, that's Cinti.
It's a +4. It's not actually bad. Yeah, Senti, do animal handling.
Okay.
This is why you're one of the animals on our chariot race.
Okay. All right. So I think that's all we did for today. Tomorrow starts the chariot races, right?
Yes.
I think it's tomorrow.
Should be. Tomorrow.
'Cause I know the last 2 days are the fights, and the 2 days prior to that are the chariot races.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
I don't think we should. I don't see why. They're fine with mechanical creatures.
2-1, 2-4.
Since he just has to wild shape before we get there. Oh, I don't know. We could paint Cinti. Just to make Cinti look fancy. Does Cinti want to look fancy? Does Cinti want to get painted?
Yes.
Does she want flames going down the side, make her go faster?
Yeah. Actually, can we do that? Can I try to draw flames on Cinti?
Yeah, do you have artist tools?
No.
Then...
I have net making tool.
Do you want to make Senti into a net?
Yeah, I don't have anything for that. I'm a destructive guy. I don't paint.
How much would a set of artist tools cost?
Probably like 5 silver.
Yeah, not that
Prob-
much. Painter supplies is 10 gold.
Oh, really?
Can I buy painter supplies?
Yeah, you can spend 10 gold.
God damn, 10 gold for paint.
Listen,
Well, then again-
she's trying to get into this cult of artists and painters and decadence, so it's only fair.
Oh yeah. She's really fitting the.
I am a bard.
Yeah, it is good for her.
I am not proficient,
Seer's about to go down. Go.
but I do have. Wait, does Jack of all trades affect tools?
Yep, that's a skill check.
What does the attribute that you would say painting is applied to?
I'll say Dex usually. That's what I say, personally. He-
Charisma for performance, kind of.
But
No,
that's,
I'm kidding.
that's a grand decision.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Graham, what attribute do I roll for painter's tools?
Dex.
Strength.
Am I muted? Oh no. Dex.
Okay,
She just said strength.
we got a +2.
Constitution.
Constitution?
Paint then.
That's a +3.
Shit.
Alright, so Dex.
Dex.
Oh yeah, Senti
Yeah.
can have the wooden antlers.
I guess I'll try to paint Senti. Is anyone helping me, or am I doing this by myself?
I don't think I'll be able to help this time. I don't think Gamesh would actually technically have the skills necessary to actually give advantage.
It's totally fair. I don't expect anyone to, actually. I'll just go for it. There's a 17. That's not bad.
Look at that. Look at you.
Yeah, you paint some
Gonna
good.
fit right in.
Yeah, you paint up Senti's robotic form, and are able to create cool effects. And yeah, you now have a painted Robo Horse, Moorbounder thing.
God, I really am gonna come back with multi-class on the Warlock and infiltrating this weird cult.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love when I do stupid shit for magic.
God,
We all
that's-
do.
that's the hallmark of a good D&D session.
Can't wait to risk my life.
See, I just risk mine in physical confrontation
Yeah, I risk my very mind.
or full-on sanity.
I'm just a great old one's Warlock.
only
Suddenly
thing- And what was the sad part about it is that is like the worst subclass for the warlock. That is the worst subclass for warlocks, man. I promise you.
Fine.
Like at least get your mind, at least get your soul attached to something strong.
Well, I argue the Undying one is probably the weakest,
Yeah, I'll give you that. The Undying probably is actually the weakest.
but Great One's not much better.
Yeah. And the sad part of it, I have a great one. Like
know,
the spells they get are kind of cool, but that's just about it.
Yeah.
Any warlock I would get would be pretty weak because, like,
I wouldn't
My
say.
backup character is a warlock.
I don't even know how many levels of I would have like 1 level of warlock unless I'm forced to level only warlock from now on.
I don't think you'd be forced to level only warlock.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's true. But we'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see if I fail.
Basically, we're going to see if Seer becomes evil by the end of the campaign or not. That's what we're really waiting to see now.
Oops.
See if she's the next big bad for the next campaign.
I'm the big bad, but I'm on your side.
Oh man,
I'm
that'd be
your friend.
that'd be a funny like villain to have where it's like she's friends, like she knows the strongest other people in the world, so they won't do anything about her. So they have so the world needs to come up with other strong people now just to deal with her.
I am the lesser of two evils. Do you want me or Isildur? Pick.
Maybe Usador was just like you one time. Maybe he was the lesser of two evils at one time.
Yeah, but the difference is I'm gonna beat Isildur, hope, or he's gonna kill me, one way or the other. It's gonna end.
It's going to end. It's got to.
One way or the other.
Yep, then they have a really strong group after them. Never ending cycle. There's
Seer
always
has been preparing herself from the beginning of this campaign to die. She's ready.
only enough room in this world for one big bad.
Literally. Because,
Yeah?
listen, Seer would work with Isildur, but Isildur wouldn't work with Seer.
Yeah, he would just use Seer. The
And
difference.
Seer wouldn't tolerate that.
Yeah. 'Cause that's what happened last time.
Yep, exactly! That's why Seer
Okay.
would never betray the party for Isildur, because she doesn't trust him. Any promises he makes are lies.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
I painted Cynthia up for the chariot race.
Okay. So wait, so the races are tomorrow though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was already tomorrow.
Oh no, not yet. We haven't slept yet.
Yeah. Sorry,
Whoops.
I've been trying to edit the map to fit Ascension slightly, and it's just awkward because I have to move around all of this.
Yeah.
All my
Oh my gosh, there's so many tokens.
Yeah, it's my hidden
Oh, shit.
refuge of just random tokens. Honestly, one of my favorites though is like this guy. He's so good.
Yeah,
Oh
I remember
yeah.
those little fuckers.
Who was getting fucked up by that?
Me.
Faradir.
Oh,
Oh, Faradir? I thought it was me.
I think it was
I was
you
getting
and
fucked up by
Faradir.
something. Yeah.
all I remember is one of you was like y'all just couldn't deal with it for some reason. I forgot why.
Just couldn't hit it
Like-
for
Like the
no
little-
reason.
Jack and the
Yeah.
box thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hit it.
Oh, that
I
was
think
the
it
one
kept
time.
rolling crits on me.
That was the one time Faradir was rolling really bad.
Yeah, it kept hitting me for a fuck ton of damage and like shredded my hands.
Yeah, it had a magic item. Just for no reason had a vicious dagger.
Right.
Viciously just stabbing into Faradir.
Yeah. The spiders, because I killed Poppet.
Yeah.
I
That house- The house was a hellscape for all of you.
I've destroyed those spiders.
Didn't you cast lightning bolt on the spiders?
I did.
Because she was really mad about what happened to Pop It.
Yeah,
I cast like a 5th level spell.
Yeah, she used the highest level spell she had.
they deserved it.
I mean,
Fucking
she
did.
killed him. I mean, she killed him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, Sierra's not emotionally stable. And she never
Nah.
has been.
Who? What would make you say something like that? I think she's the most emotionally stable in the group.
Unfortunately, every time I thought I'd been having Sierra being unreasonably paranoid, it's been proven correct to be so.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So she's kind of in a never-ending loop.
Where like she tells herself, "I'm just crazy." See, I wasn't fucking crazy.
She's always having this one big "I told you so" moment. She's always like speculating about the worst possible thing, and everyone around her is like, "Oh, you're overthinking things," and then it happens.
Yeah.
So she's never gotten more emotionally stable.
Ugh. We just gotta make her a strong archmage.
Just becomes a fucking lich.
Oh my. Whew.
She's full on evil at the end of the campaign. That'd be horrific.
Yeah, since you've seen enough maps, here's the edges of Ascension that you currently know of. Mapped out in fog.
Okay. So it's on one of those islands.
Yeah, the edges of Ascension is surrounded by fog. Spooky place.
Gotcha.
So it's probably on one of those islands closest to the fog.
Probably like this one. If I had to guess, that one or that
Maybe
one.
this one.
Yeah. Okay. So now we know where to find the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Indeed.
This is exactly what we came to Kalos for, finding out where to find the dinosaurs, and also a cult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love cults.
Okay.
I might have to miss the... Again, call me when the fights are happening.
I know. Okay, so
So, the night goes by. You all head off towards your individual rooms to have another long rest. Is there anything you all wish to do over the course of the rest of the night?
I'm going to attune to the amulet.
A proof against detection?
Yeah, proof against detection. Yeah.
Okay.
It shows that you're my favorite.
That shows I'm your favorite.
How many attuned items do you have so far?
This will make 2.
2. Okay. You spend the
Yeah.
time to attune to them.
I don't have a lot of magic items.
You give most of them to me.
And at the very end of it, a distant feeling of being watched fades entirely.
There that goes. He couldn't find Seer, so he's like, I guess I'll focus on New York.
As
Alright,
He'd be focusing on all of us for all we know.
no divination
Yeah.
magic can find you
Yeah, she's about to mess with eldritch beings. I prefer not to be found now.
She also can't be found.
Exactly. I don't want the next closest person to be.
Come on, it's not like the Yellow King is gonna care about me
You might be an interesting prospect.
just because I'm perfecting his ancient symbol.
He said I had people learn this for years, and you've made it better finally.
It's like, oh. I just wanted some blackmail material.
Oh, now you have plenty.
No, not on myself. That's the opposite of the goal.
He wanted some blackmail material.
Zira's blackmail material. It's just what she is.
She's like blackmail existence.
So, you all drift off to sleep, fading into dreams. Many normal, experiencing the day's events. Some of them a little more interesting. Specifically, Belric. You open your eyes and find yourself sitting on one of the mountains high above the city of Kalos, looking down over the tall, imposing walls. You see the sights all around. To your left, large open fields with grazing farmlands. To your right, whole swaths of plantation farms as far as you can see within the walls. Looking off in either other direction, you see the topography, the river that snakes its way along the pathway towards the city of Kalos. The far off distance, a small glimmer of the city of Hollow. And you look around for a moment, and you begin to hear a soft tune beginning to fill the space around you. You look at your side, and you see Night Song. What are you doing?
So the music is coming from Night Song itself.
It seems amorphous.
I think in that case, I'll kind of start just matching the tune with Night Song then.
Okay, roll a performance check for me.
Ooh, nice.
Easy enough. With the strings of Melil currently on the Night Song, the tune is easily matched, and a beautiful, radiant melody drifts out off the mountains and over the distant city below, spreading through the farms, through the stone walls, through every inn, every manor, spreading its way. And as it does so, you begin to hear a voice in the melody. The artists of this city, corrupted with songs and poetry, with creativity and inspiration, marred by yellow. I feel bad for it. Be careful, Elric. Be very careful. My melody can only do so much. And as the music begins to end that small section with a jump in the piece. It drifts back into a more mellow song, slightly somber, as it slowly begins to fade out. And in the morning, you wake. You all wake. Once again, in the city of Kalos, you eat a small meal in the morning. Immediately head off to grab your chariot out of storage. In the early morning hours, you make your way northward, heading towards the arena, the Bloodfesting and the Bloodford. The chariot races are today. A big event, big prizes, and where we will pick up next session.
Whew.
I'm glad I'm proficient in wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it. Yeah, wizards are proficient in wisdom saving throws. I am proficient in intelligence and wisdom saving throws.
If you want to be extra safe, you could find a scroll of intellect fortress.
I don't have time for that.
Just throwing it out there. It gives you advantage on wisdom saving throws.
I wonder if enhance ability does anything.
No, that's skill checks.
Yeah. No, then I'll
I'll wing it.
yeah, I'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, I'm giving Osiris a bit of a gift. I guess, as I work for this Yellow King.
Osiris is jealous. He's supposed to like me more.
But yeah.
And so, Belric's goddess just basically told Belric, oh.
Hey,
Yep, go to that cult.
Yep.
meanwhile, here.
You might want to go talk to your friend.
It's too late.
Melil doesn't, speak often to Belric, but
When she does, it's important.
yeah. I think Melil is a male deity. Maybe.
I think it might be male. I think. Well, at
Well,
least most of the time, I think.
It's a god. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's
it can be whatever they want him,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
they want to be.
Lil's just like, hey, dude, even I can't be silent on this.
Exarch.
I know that's your friend and all.
Oh, they're a demigod.
Oh. Yeah, literally, I was like, listen, I know you don't really want to tell other people what to do, but maybe you should this time.
Shoulder-length golden hair. Indistinguishable as either a human or elf.
Like whenever
I'm
it comes to God information, I look for the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
so
on.
nervous.
Yeah. It is a... Yeah.
I commend Seer's ambition.
Listen, I can't not do it.
I commend Seer's ambition.
She stole a seed from a vampire. Why not perfect a symbol that no one's perfected yet? In this time and age, at least.
That you know of.
That I know of. But still, even if someone else has it, there's no harm in also having it.
That's fair.
I mean, there is potential harm.
Oh, all in the name of magic.
Yeah, it's not like a god war me or anything.
Yeah, no, what? It's like, are you sure? Sometimes we just have funny dreams.
Now,
Whole misunderstanding.
now, Bill, you gotta make sure you actually tell her. You can't just keep that to yourself.
Yo.
Whether it'll stop her or not is a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real part.
Probably won't.
Oh
Like,
man. Seer got fiends brought to pale light. She's about to get aberrations and eldritch abominations brought to.
I can't. It's like, listen, guys, when I'm in a city and there's potential for an upstart, I gotta get my nose in it.
Hell yeah.
It's my one character flaw, apparently. She's just a magic hoarder, so she would hoard this magic. I
Now,
feel like at this point in time, she's confident she can do it.
now I have a question. This is just because this is my own curiosity.
Yeah.
Did Seer had this like desire for power as much before Usildur?
So, like, Seer's always had a desire for power. It was just different. When she started helping Isildur, it became a bit more intense. And then after the whole Pale Light situation, it became a desperate need for power because she wanted to protect herself.
Okay. Just wondering.
But she's always been some sort of power hungry.
Okay. Okay. Just curious.
But Seer right now goes to much farther lengths than she would have ever gone in the past.
Alrighty.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Gotta love Hester.
Yeah. I am really nervous about this, though.
You should be.
You're the one that wants to do it, so.
I do want to do it.
Seer, you could be getting some levels of insanity.
It's fine. Fine.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. You got it. Seer's
Yeah.
really strong.
I got a strong mind.
Exactly.
It's the only strong thing about me.
Ooh, Amalek. Oh, this is now what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's
So,
interesting.
next session, we will dive into the chariot races and figuring out what else Seer wants to do with the King in Yellow. But thank you all for playing tonight and
Of course.
making some interesting.
Yeah.
Whew.
Can't resist.
Have,
Oh man.
have a good
All
night.
right. Take
Good
it easy.
night.